I tend to believe that we live in a really polar world, meaning like where there's a lot of beauty and joy, there's also a lot of pain. They come hand in hand. So with sickness, it's not just terrible. There's also this other side of it, these blessings, so to say, of living with an illness. So here are some of those. One of my favorite things is that every little thing you do is like a huge freaking accomplishment. Like a normal person gets up, get dressed, you know, goes walking or something. When you're sick and you get up and like get dressed and all that, you're like, another day, she's alive for another day. And then like you go walk the dog and you're like, you walked up that hill. Way to go, Claire, way to go. And you know, I do it to myself all the time too. Like when I'm coughing or when I'm sick or something, I'll like crawl out of bed and I'll go like brush my teeth and I'm like, you know what? You could have just stayed in bed. You could have said just like, screw it, you're sick, but you didn't. You got out of bed and you did this shit. That is amazing. If someone asks you a question you want to get out of, you just cough. It's like, it's brilliant too. It works every time. And then they feel awkward and they don't want to like re-ask the question that they asked before you coughed, because they're like, I can cough for like 15 minutes straight, you know? So they'll be like, you know, my dad will be like, so what'd you do last night? Oh, sorry. Do you ask something? Every time. So another great thing is amazing concert seating, like right up at the front of the stage. Of course, you get to get out of PE. I really had to run track as a child. There is always a seat available on the bus. Like I walk in and everybody rises. Being able to go to the nurse's office whenever and stay as long as you want with no questions asked. Oh, and another thing, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Nothing else needs to be said there. You can get out of family events easily. Now this is a harsh one to say like on camera. I hope to God none of my family's watching this, but like family events when you have your grandparents and the people that you love, but you just want to talk to for like a few minutes, you can be like, oh man, I'm feeling really sick right now. I'm just gonna go lie down on the couch, and then you take a blanket and you curl up with your phone and then you're golden. It works every time. It's brilliant. Another thing with that is when you're on oxygen, you kind of have the ability to get out of anything by saying my oxygen's about to die. If I had a quarter for every time I've used that excuse. Billionaire. A really cool thing about being sick is this amazing platform that you get to do something in the world. People really listen and kind of care about people who are sick. There's like a maternal instinct where they want to take care of us and they want to like, they feel like we're this other thing, which is kind of weird in some senses, but it does give you this opportunity to really spread a message and have people listen and have people hear you and really make an impact. People who are sick, people who have, you know, whose lives are a lot more challenging by social norms and all of that. It takes so much more energy for us to even be here, for us to exist, for us to function normally, and people see that. So I always felt, and maybe this is just one of my mechanisms to getting by, but I felt like it's almost a responsibility to do something incredible with this. I have people listening, so what am I gonna say kind of thing. And that's always been a real blessing for me. So if you have any questions about my life, please feel free to comment down below, subscribe, and you can go check me out on all the other social media places and websites. Also, you can go check me out on my new website, clarityproject.com.